One Piece chapter 1098 is here, and we have a lot to discuss. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Chapter is titled Birth of Bonney. Let's take a quick look at the cover page, where our favorite musician skeleton, Brook, is making an appearance. On the cover page, Brook is rocking the stage, but there's something unusual about his outfit. If you look closely, you'll notice that Brook's pants are adorned with a heartfelt message from none other than Eiichiro Oda himself. The message reads, "I couldn't finish drawing in time. Sorry." Now, this is a powerful reminder of something important we need to discuss. Oda-sensei, the genius behind this epic tale, has been dealing with some health issues lately. You might remember that he took a month-long break to undergo eye surgery, and even after that, he's been tirelessly releasing chapters every week without a break. It's impressive dedication, but it's crucial to remember that Oda is just like us, a human being with his own health to look after. As dedicated fans, it's only fair that we support Oda-sensei, no matter what. If he can't complete some drawings or needs to take more breaks for the sake of his health, we should understand and encourage it. After all, it's thanks to his creative genius that we have this amazing world of One Piece to explore. So, let's send our positive vibes to Oda-sensei. And remember that our favorite series is created by a real person who deserves our respect and support. Now, with that important message in mind, let's get back to the chapter, Birth of Bonney. First off, we learn that Ginny, a member of the Revolutionary Army, has been kidnapped. But not just any kidnapping. She's been taken to become the wife of a Tenryubito. And here's the kicker, we still don't know if Tenryubito is a good or terrible groom. It's a tantalizing mystery that Oda-sensei has set up for us. Now, the shocker here is the identity of the kidnapper, a celestial dragon. For those who aren't familiar with the world of One Piece, celestial dragons are notorious for treating the rest of humanity like insects. They're the top of the world government's hierarchy, and they're known for their extreme arrogance and cruelty. So why in the world would one of them want to marry Ginny, who is undoubtedly not a celestial dragon? Is it love, obsession, or some hidden agenda? This adds an incredibly complex layer to the story, and we're all dying to know the truth. The world government's involvement in Ginny's kidnapping is equally intriguing. They orchestrated a surprise attack that annihilated Ginny's entire Revolutionary Army troop. This speaks volumes about the strength and cunning of the world government, especially considering that the Revolutionary Army is no ordinary group. So, what could Dragon, the leader of the Revolutionary Army, have done to earn such a high bounty and draw the world government's ire, especially the Celestial Dragons? It's a question that's been lingering for a while, and this chapter only adds more fuel to the fire. After Ginny was kidnapped, the Revolutionary Army takes a turn toward the more intense and violent side of things. It's a clear indication of the impact Ginny's abduction has had on the entire organization. But the real star of the show is none other than Kuma, who's always been a fascinating character. In this chapter, Kuma takes his intensity to a whole new level. We get to see Kuma in action, and boy, it's a sight to behold. He's using his devil fruit powers in the most incredible way, teleporting from one location to another to assist the rebels and carry out Revolutionary Army duties. It's not just about searching for Ginny. Kuma is making a real difference in helping people in trouble. This adds depth to Kuma's character and makes us feel even more connected to him. But here's the catch. We all know that One Piece is a world where intense battles and emotional turmoil go hand in hand. While we hope for the best for Kuma and Ginny, we can't help but feel a sense of impending tragedy as the story unfolds. It's that mixture of hope and dread that keeps us hooked and emotionally invested in this incredible tale. In a shocking twist, it's revealed that Bonney is the child born from Ginny and the Tenryubito, one of those celestial dragons that we love to hate. Now, I know many of us were speculating that Bonney might be the child of Kuma and Ginny or some sort of clone, but Oda-sensei always keeps us on our toes. This revelation adds a whole new layer of complexity to the story, and it's incredibly heart-wrenching for both Kuma and Ginny. Their love story takes a tragic turn as we learn the truth about Bonney's parentage. It's another reminder of the sacrifices and hardships that characters in the One Piece world endure. But this revelation also sheds light on the discrimination we've seen throughout the series. Celestial dragons are treated like royalty, and they're not afraid to assert their dominance over the rest of humanity. It's evident that they won't harm their own, except for the Holy Knights. When we recall Bonnie's escape from Blackbeard and Akainu, it now makes sense. It wasn't just because she was a child, it's because she's a celestial dragon. This further highlights the stark discrimination and power dynamics at play in the world of One Piece. Ginny, the central character in this chapter, contracts the rare and deadly disease known as Sapphire Scale. This disease is said to be even rarer than Amber Lead Syndrome, which we've seen in the past with Child Law. Now, what's unique about sapphire scale is that it's sunlight related, with a hint that it might be connected to moonlight, which is essentially sunlight reflected off the moon. This revelation opens up a world of theories and speculation. Some fans are speculating that the sunlight tree in Mariejois could be related to this disease. This is a fascinating connection since trees in the One Piece world have been shown to have significant impacts on people, as we saw in Skypia with the illnesses related to trees. But two intriguing questions arise from this revelation. First, why don't the celestial dragons simply cut down the tree if it's causing this disease? Second, why do they have a compassionate release process for slaves with this disease, as opposed to just killing them like they do with many other slaves? The answer to these questions could be rooted in superstition. It's possible that there's a deeply ingrained belief within Mariejois that the sunlight tree is of paramount importance, and cutting it down might have dire consequences. Therefore, when someone, even a celestial dragon, contracts the disease, it's seen as a kind of divine punishment rather than a scientific cause and effect. This superstition could also explain why the regular slaves in Mariejois don't seem to contract sapphire scale. They're mostly kept underground, far from the sunlight tree's influence. The fact that this disease primarily affects the celestial dragons themselves, rather than their slaves, could further bolster the superstition that it's some form of divine punishment. Ginny, stricken by the devastating sapphire scale disease, faces an unrecognizable transformation when exposed to natural light. Her entire body turns blue, and her skin hardens like rocks or scales, making her almost a different person altogether. In her condition, the Tenryubito, Ginny's so-called husband, decides to release her. But here's the part that truly showcases Ginny's love for Kuma. Despite being at the brink of death, she makes her way to Sorbet Kingdom to meet Kuma one last time. It's a poignant and heart-wrenching moment that underscores her deep affection for him. Her journey to see Kuma one final time speaks volumes about her feelings, even in the face of cruelty and heartbreak. This act raises several questions and opens up a world of possibilities for future developments in the story. What will Dragon and Kuma's reactions be to the Tenryubito's cruelty in releasing Ginny when she needed support the most? Will they seek revenge, or will they take a different path? As Ginny's condition worsens due to the sapphire scale disease, she reaches out to the revolutionary army from inside the church she shared with Kuma in Sorbet Kingdom. Ginny's words, "I really want to see everyone again, but this is a farewell," hit hard. It's a moment filled with a sense of longing, love, and a deep desire to be reunited with her comrades one last time. This farewell is especially poignant as she realizes she won't survive her ordeal. Ivankov and Kuma's reactions are a mix of shock and disbelief. Kuma, in particular, is desperate to see Ginny again and rushes to her location through his devil fruit powers. But as he teleports to Sorbet Kingdom, Ginny has one more message for him: "Kuma, I love you." It's a powerful declaration of her feelings for him, a poignant confession of love in her final moments. However, Kuma arrives in Sorbet Kingdom only to find Ginny has already passed away. He takes it upon himself to lay Ginny to rest, and her official name, Ginny, appears on her grave. Kuma, despite all the trials he faces, doesn't abandon his commitment to the Revolutionary Army. He continues to support their efforts and even takes on the role of training Sabo, one of the future key figures in the Revolutionary Army. This is a heartwarming aspect of the chapter, showing Kuma's dedication to helping good people and shaping the next generation of revolutionaries. However, as if the world wasn't cruel enough, Bonney, the child Ginny left behind, begins to show symptoms of the same sapphire scale disease that took her mother. In a heart-wrenching decision, Kuma chooses to leave the Revolutionary Army to care for Bonney. Dragon, the leader of the Revolutionary Army, grants him permission and offers to ask all the doctors he knows for help in curing Bonney. This development adds a layer of depth to Kuma's character and his unwavering commitment to protect and nurture those he cares for. It also hints at the sacrifices Kuma is willing to make to protect the innocent and those close to him. Kuma, concerned about Bonney's condition and not knowing how to treat her, makes the difficult decision to confine her to the church to shield her from natural light. He starts to bring her books about different islands, trying to fill her life with knowledge and imagination. Their interactions are heartwarming, and they share precious moments together, dancing and living as father and daughter. Bonney's condition, marked by blue stones on her face due to sapphire scale, leads Kuma to affectionately call her jewelry. It's a touching gesture that shows his deep love for her. However, the true emotional gut punch comes when Kuma seeks the advice of a doctor regarding Bonney's disease. The doctor delivers the devastating news that even though Bonney has been sheltered from natural light, her condition will deteriorate with age, and she will not survive past the age of 10. Bonney, overhearing part of the conversation, misunderstands and believes that she will be cured when she turns 10. She's overjoyed with this misconception. Kuma, who has always kept an optimistic outlook, is now faced with the harsh reality that he can't bring himself to reveal to Bonney. He's trapped in a painful dilemma, unable to tell her the truth. As the chapter closes, we jump ahead in time to a period 5 years before the present, with Bonney now at the age of 6. The Sorbet Kingdom faces a new crisis as Bakari, the former Sorbet king, returns and begins to harm its citizens. The people turn to Kuma for help, setting the stage for what promises to be a gripping conflict. The end of the chapter leaves us with a lot to process and anticipate. The emotional depth and complex storytelling in One Piece continue to captivate fans, and we can't help but wonder how Kuma will navigate this heart-wrenching situation and what lies ahead for Sorbet Kingdom. As we anxiously await the next chapter, we're reminded of the power of Oda-sensei's storytelling in evoking strong emotions and drawing us deeper into the world of One Piece. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe, and support new creators like me. Your support is all that we need. See you in the next video. You are watching Big News Morgans, signing off. Peace.